Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What's up, Rye? Yeah, I'm trying to set up stream here real quick. Okay. And you go down. I might have to grab my Mac charger though. We're working out today. Push day. Woo! Gym day. I haven't streamed in like a week, I think. Maybe a little over a week. I did try to do a peak stream, but that did not work. That was so laggy. So it didn't work. We did not do the peak stream. I still want to do a peak stream, but it ain't gonna work on my Mac. I know that. It's just not, I don't know. My Mac can't handle peak. Like, the game. What's up, Aiden? It really struggles. So, with that being said, we're doing a regular stream today. But we did hit 3,000 subs. 3,000 subs. We hit 3,000 subs. Big dub for that. I'm forgetting the stream again. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot about my channel. Not playing. I just literally have like, either I don't have time, or if I do have time, I just don't. I have wanted to. I've had a lot of stuff going on, chat. I've had a lot going on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But we're here today, and that's what matters, right? Hello, everybody flooding in. Hello. Get your pudding, bro. Like the stash? Yeah, Hannah likes the stash. She wanted me to try it, and I was gonna like maybe try it and then shave it, but I've just left it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't mind it. Hello? Hello? I don't remember. Hello? Yeah. My granny called. She said, Travis, you work too hard. Don't worry, you forget it. Mom. I'm falling in and out of class. Don't worry, I'ma get it, granny. What happened? Now my daddy happy. Mama called me up, that money coming, and she let me
I didn't made it now. I didn't feel like meaning. All them days are hard.
Oops. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. Chat, I sold. I pressed the wrong button.
Bluetooth pairing.
I pressed the wrong button. I sold. I sold. Where's Micro at? I don't know. Well, I mean, I haven't streamed in like a week, so I mean, I just started the stream 5 minutes ago, so. What's up, Todd? Joe Dirt. Did we do a good job? Yes. Am I gonna smash it? Yes. I feel like we just need like a hype song, chat. What do we want? Do we do? You know what? I know Basement Bro hype song. We know what that is, right? We're playing it. Do I need to gift memberships? Apparently I do. There's like no members in my chat. I'll do 5 since it's like the early month, day after the 4th of July. Halloween season, chat. We're approaching Halloween season. Lock in.
Love is just a history that they may prove, and when you're gone, I'll
Have you and Hannah been pretty good? I mean, I don't know if she'll be in here. Like, she might not be in here till later, but pretty good. Yeah, W Basin, bro. For the 5 gifted. So yeah, we're doing a push day. Do a basement tour. You know, people ask for a basement tour, and I tell people it's like what you're seeing right now is the basement. Like this is the gym sesh. Like this is it. Like behind you, there's a door, right, which goes into another room. But that's irrelevant. This is the gym. Like this entire thing is the gym. I'm gonna have to. Okay, chat. I need like 15 seconds. No. Are you Australian? No. I've listened to new music since the last time I was here. Check it out. Go try that. Promo in the chat. Duh. That door leads to the cage room. Actually, it's none of your business. It's irrelevant. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get a big push day today, chat. Yesterday I did a mile run, and then I watched some fireworks. Did y'all have a good 4th of July? What's up, None? Ever deal with shoulder impingement from benching? Not really. I mean, I know some people deal with a lot of shoulder problems. The screwdriver still on the roof? Of course it is. It's one of those things that I just don't touch, because I feel like it's just gonna... I mean, I feel like it's like holding up the house. I feel like a lot of people do have problems with benching just because they either don't warm up their rotator cuff or they just ego lift too quickly. Chat, here's a very easy way to help prevent rotator cuff injuries. Pay attention. Take a that's just 2.5 pounds, but you can take 5 pounds, you know, whatever it is. Like this. Wait. There we go. Helps warm it up. I won't cry for you. I won't crucify the things you do. I won't cry for you. See, when you're gonna still be bloody. It might help to have a heavier weight. So, this is a 5. It's a little bit better. What's up, Callie? I do remember you. Personally, 200 pounds doing that for reps because I'm built like that. Yeah, go ahead, Abe. I don't recommend it. Do that with small weight. I mean, that's what I say. If you're also make sure you like the stream. W like the stream. W like the stream. Double tap like the stream. It's free. What do you think of Planet Fitness? If it works for you, great. I don't like it personally. I don't like the vibe of Planet Fitness. I'm not sure. It's just one of those. I think if you like Planet Fitness and you can get a good that's what I tell people. If you like Planet Fitness and you can get a good lift in at Planet Fitness, what's up, cardio man? Then by all means, it's cheap. It's a good way. This right here, I'm doing rotator cuff. So like right here, because I'm gonna do some bench today. If you go to Planet Fitness and you can get a good exercise out of Planet Fitness, don't let anyone stop you from going there, right? By all means. It's just I don't like the fact that there's no free weights at Planet Fitness. Which there are dumbbells and I think they have like the normal bars. I don't know if they have easy bars. It's only been like twice. I went with a friend just because we shared membership. But it's just I don't know. I like my free weights, especially when I'm benching, because they only have Smith machines, right? I don't like going straight up and down on a Smith machine when I'm benching, right? I want to bench at an angle. When I bench like at a decline a little bit, an obtuse angle. I don't know, but it's not like I'd go straight up and down. And you can only do that unless you use dumbbell bench. You can only do that at Planet Fitness. Excuse me? What do you think of a diet? Are you a moderation guy or nutrition master? Oh, moderation. I mean, I'm no nutrition expert. I mean, right now I consider myself to be less of like a bulk or anything and more of just like a maintain body weight / cut. Usually during the summer I'm running more, doing more cardio. That's what I've been doing, runs much more frequently than I did over the winter. I usually run about every other day, if not every day, but usually every other day. Why do we live in parkways and park in driveways? It's a good question. Chat, give me like 15 seconds. I'm gonna go grab my charger. Listen to Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, no! We lost her. No! My laptop died. Lady Gaga, no! No, come back to us, please. No! Come back. Chat, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. No one panic. We'll be fine. We'll be good. Do not panic. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna get her back. I plugged in. Where is it? I plugged it in.
Bluetooth connected.
Alright, we're good. Planet Fitness has their issues. Most machines mostly broken. You have to wait for a good one. Fair. Do I need to refresh the chat? No. Bulk then maintenance till lean again, then bulk again, cutting is dead. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it depends on your goals. That's what I always say. It just depends on what you're going for. I mean, in all honesty, when you are trying to lose weight, you're cutting. At the end of it, I mean, maybe not necessarily as drastic as some people, but if you're in a calorie deficit, you are inherently cutting at the same time. What's up, Q-Tip? So, I think it's just important to keep in mind. Oh. I'm never going to tell someone, like, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing this. I advise people to do things, you know? My biggest thing is, like, I advise you to work towards your own goals. Like, you shouldn't be comparing yourself to someone else who's on a completely different track than you. I think a lot of people get caught up in that scenario. My prime example of this is David Goggins, right? Because people see him do that 135-mile triathlon, whatever he did, where he, his knee was half broken and he was running on, everything, all these problems and stuff. And people are like, how is he doing that? Like, why is he encouraging people to do that? And I'm like, he doesn't encourage you to be him. He never says that. If you listen to what he has to say, he always says, like, it's your responsibility to find your new 100%, right? So your 100% is not going to be his 100%, right? But at the same time, you need to find your own 100%. But your 100% is not going to be his 100%. You're not him, right? You're not that guy, pal. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not David Goggins. David Goggins. You're none. You're whoever it is in my chat. You're your own person. Chat, I won't even lie. I slept a lot today. I slept in. I took a nap. I worked this week, and you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sleep today. Sometimes you just need that. And now I'm ready to work out. Now I'm good. But I was hitting the snooze today, chat. I'm not even gonna lie. I was snoozing. Alright. So we're gonna start with just the bar. So go ahead and get your yapping out about, oh, basement bro, you gotta put weight on the bar. We're warming up. Ride the highway, ride the bus. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July, by the way. Lock in. Make sure y'all like the stream. It's okay if you don't want to work out. Brother, I am going to work out. Call her a day? I haven't even started. What do you mean? I always yap with chat for about 10, 15 minutes before I do anything. Unless there's no one here, then I just, hop right in. But, I mean, we've got 19 people in chat right now, so, dub. As usual, you donate, you get your name on the board. The board's back there. You can see all the people who have donated. We hit 3,000 subs, so big dub for that. But, if you haven't subbed anyways, you should consider it. we'll just go up to 135 here. Oh, forget about 95. Let's just go up. Oh. Alright. Let's do that. Go. Beat it, push it on the floor. Ain't nothing but a room now you let it go. Tokyo drifting. Oh, now you let me go. Hot beating person. Push it on the floor. Nothing better. Let me go. Hot beating person. Push it on the floor. Ain't nothing better. On fire. You still got it. You still got it. You know what? Let's hear a Tevez song. How about that, Chad? What song you got? All right. I might take a look at it. Right now it's got whatever playing. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Lightweight. Workout split currently. I just do push pull leg. But I guess technically it's more like push, cardio, pull, cardio, leg, cardio. So I haven't been lifting every single day. It's more been time. It's more been lift, run, that kind of thing. Just because I've been running a lot more. PPO 2 days off. I think that's totally fine. Usually I'll take about 1 day off throughout the week. It's not completely set, but usually it's 1 day off sometime in the week. And then the other days I'm either running a 1 mile or a 2 mile. Usually 1 mile is after a leg day because it's harder to run after a leg day. It's either, what I do is I do a 1 mile, or my 2 mile is I run about 3/4 of a mile, walk, run 3/4, walk. Covering for a lower back injury for heavy squats. Hey, you know what? I understand that. I have been dealing with a lower back injury from a deadlift I did like about a year ago. I did PT for it for like 4 or 5 months, and that helped significantly. It still has its days, I still deal with it. And I try, and the best thing I can do is warm it up before a big lift. So I don't exactly have the best methods, but I kind of do some of these. What I really like to do is just dead hangs. I just don't have my pull-up bar set up. But just doing a dead hang, and just letting gravity stretch out your back, I think helps significantly. I do dead hangs to decompress the spine. Very underrated stretch, in my opinion. In my personal opinion. No, I agree. You don't see it a lot, at least, I like them. I think it helps a lot with lower back, so. Or just back in general. What about? What else we got on here? I like this one. This one's good. I like pull-ups. I agree. I think pull-ups and dips underrated as well. I think it does depend on your goals. I think at the end of the day, if you are if you are not looking to, if you're looking to bulk up, now doing pull-ups might not be the best thing to do, right? But depends on your goals. But I like pull-ups. I just do regular pull-ups, but I think weighted pull-ups are just very, very good. All right, 185. Hey, what's up, Fire? How are we doing, Fire? Good to see you. Alright, I think we will go back down to 155. Do some more reps there. Need some rage music. Lightweight! Yo, I've been worried about Ronnie Coleman, man. Bro's been in the hospital for like a week. They didn't say what happened, but you know, they said he needed like serious care, and I was like, oh shit, you know. I worry about Ronnie. Let's hit a quick flex in, chat. Why not? I'm worried about Sam Select. Who isn't worried about Sam Select? He's so young, man. That's what I worry about. Guy seems genuine. I mean, he is genuine. And I mean, at least he's open about his steroid use. You know, that's what I say. I'm like, I'm not going to tell someone whether or not they should be using steroids. What pisses me off is when people actively claim to be natty when they're not, because then you're giving an unreasonable expectation for people who want to stay natural, right? And so I appreciate when people are open about using roids, right? That's kind of my take on it. I don't use them. I'm open about that. I will never use them. It's not worth it. But, you know, that's just my take on it. If you're going to use it, be an influencer, then you should be open about it. Promote steroids. I know, I don't understand promoting roids. Especially when you have a young audience. That should be the last thing you're promoting. Yeah, I don't understand it. Like I said, I say you do what you want to do, right? I'm not going to sit here and and be your conscience about whether or not you should be taking roids. That's not my job. But if you're gonna do it and you're gonna be an influencer, then do it. Well, okay, no. If you're gonna do it and you're gonna be an influencer, then you should be open about that. Hey, what's up, man? I know who that is. I'll just call you Max, but I know who you are. Because if you get everyone to do it, you'll feel better about yourself for doing it. True. Good point. It's just for me. I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. For me, it's like I started working out for health and mental reasons, right? I was like, I don't know, I was pretty skinny, like growing up, and especially like in high school. And I was like, I kind of wanted to change that, right? And then I kind of was, I would say, weighed more than I wanted to, like end of high school. And so I wanted to change that. And so I was like, okay. So the biggest thing I did was I started really working out after one of my exes. And I kind of went on a villain arc. And I started really getting into it. What's up, Boats? I started really getting into it then. And make sure y'all like the stream, by the way. Double tap like the stream. Helps the algorithm. Helps me in the algorithm. Appreciate it. So I started kind of getting into that, right? And that was kind of a turning point for me, right? I started consistently lifting about 2 years ago. When I first started doing content was when I started consistently lifting. And so you know, I think just when you throw Royce into the equation, all of a sudden it becomes less about your own health and more about a physique. And I think some people are fine with that, and I think that's fine, right? But for me, part of working out has always been just to be healthy, right? Mentally, physically, like, whatever, right? And I think once you put Royce into the equation, it kind of counteracts that. I think you start feeling more, you become more physically unhealthy in the long term. And stuff like that. So, I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. I think at the end of the day, it's like, what are your goals? And for me, it was like, I want to be healthy physically, mentally. I want to help myself, right? And yes, I'm building a physique, right? That's one of my goals. But if building my physique comes at a cost to like my mental health or my overall physical health, then that's not my priority, right? My physique is not the priority, right? The priority is being physically and mentally healthy. The gym helps me mentally significantly, if that makes sense. So I think, again, it's, up to the person. It's, it's not my call on whether or not you're on roids. I'm not going to judge you for being on roids. That's not for me. I think that at that point, you're taking away from, yeah. Facts Gym is about building physique, helps you grow into layers, right? Exactly. I'm gonna make about 205 later this month. Let's bench more, make an edit of you versus me 1v1. Duh. Get at it, Boats. I think a lot of it is taller, naturally lean guys struggling to fill out a frame, not necessarily go to the Hollywood ideal. Yeah, absolutely. Being a 6'2" guy, I definitely struggle more with filling, right? Like the physique that I've been working on, personally at the moment, would probably be a lot easier for a guy who's like 5'7", And that's just, and I'm not trying to, what's up, Dragon? I don't try and say that as an excuse. I'm just saying, like, that's just biology, right? When you are a taller, leaner person, you have more surface area to fill with your muscle. Now, I don't use that as an excuse, but I just say that because I do think sometimes people get caught up in that mind frame. I'd rather take a healthy heart over building muscle. I want to live 100, hopefully. You know what? In all honesty, it's a lifelong journey, right? In all honesty, the one thing that gets me right now is caffeine. I take a pretty good amount of caffeine. I'm 5'11", I've always been skinny, lived for 2 years, man, stuff. Right. I mean, I feel like I'm not as skinny now, but I definitely was, like, in high school, early college. I just wasn't where I wanted to be.
I'm not going to.
Okay. Let me back up. I'm short and stout, 5'5", 175. So that's I'm 6'2". And at the end of the day, like I said, it's not for me, it's not a excuse, but it is more difficult for me to bench heavier quickly. That doesn't mean I can't. But like to get to that point quickly is a lot more difficult than someone who is 5'6". Objectively muscular and strong, social media makes look at everyone in the algorithm as Superman. Right. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's one of those things where it's like, that's why I hate when people are like, if you're not lifting 2 plates, you don't deserve your gym membership. I don't understand people like that. I'm like, if you want to get people in the gym, the last thing you want to tell people is you don't deserve to be in the gym because you're not strong enough. What are you talking about? Is eating enough that's kind of difficult? My metabolism is crazy. It has been for a long time, but I feel like I have a relatively high metabolism, and so it is difficult for me to gain weight. I also just don't eat a ton. I should eat more, but I just don't. Like today, chat, I've had 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and like 2 granola bars. So it's not a lot, but. Did you ever have 195 for 10? No. Maybe like 2. Not for 10. Lifting 2 plates but feeling no muscle contraction is pointless. Right. Again, that's what I always say on stream is like, whatever your max is, right? I care more about whatever your max is. I did 200 for 4. Duh. Good shit. Whatever your max is, I don't really care. I care more about what you can rep consistently, like Bo's is talking about. I think repping 195 for 10 is more impressive than 1 rep at like 215 or something, if that makes sense. Let's see. You know what? How about some Tool? Baser went from pool noodle to whole boat in real time. It was crazy. Nah, you right. You were like, dude, you were like my first gym partner. In all honesty, but in college, 100%. Bro, Max saw me go from my bench max being 95 pounds to what it is now. So, bro's been here for a while. Good days and bad days, ugly days. The secret is keep going to body, get used to it, and small gains make a difference. It's true. Sure, exactly. I mean, that's the whole point. My had a friend bench 225 his first day lifting. A lot of people do. A lot of people, that's their max, right? But like I said earlier, it's your responsibility to find your new 100%, right? That's very impressive. But it's up to him to find, okay, how can he challenge himself versus like me? I know, Boats, I know you're in a bench comp with me. You talk about it every time. Which is a great goal to have. I'm glad I'm encouraging you to do that. I see more reps for strength after muscle growth. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, your 1 rep max is more of a... I think it's more of an ego thing, which is fine. I do maxes, right? But I think it's more for your own personal benefit versus like your overall strength. If that makes sense. Like, it's not necessarily your like, oh, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, it's a lot of times your form goes out during a max, you know, everything goes out during a max. You're using other parts of the muscle, whatever, right? Using like more back muscles, whatever. So I just think that's important to keep in mind. You have a challenge muscle you're working on, a Drew drop sets and supersets. Exactly. I know a girl in college who says she won't date a guy unless he bench 315. That is crazy. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, Lorena? How we doing? Good to see you. Like, that's crazy. I mean, there's no... That's a wild standard. Like, that's a wild standard. Like, understand, 315 is 3 plates. That's crazy. I think it's, like, if you can bench 1 plate, you're, like, better than, like, 99% of the population, or 95%, I don't know. Or, like, 10 push-ups, I can't remember. Goes for my mass for curls, it's literally gets the point. Right, I bet people ask me, what is your dumbbell curl max? I don't know. The only things that I think you should max out, right? Deadlift, bench, and you can max out an incline bench, regular bench. Hey, babe. You know, incline bench, decline bench, flat bench, whatever. Right. You can max any of those. Squat, max squat, and deadlift. If you want to max out the leg press machine, great. I don't really care. I don't usually track my leg press machine max. Am I missing any? Maybe shoulder press. That's not necessarily a bad idea. I guess shoulder press, maybe. Dumbbell press, maybe. Not really, though. I don't think you should max any dumbbells out. I don't really see the point. Yeah, mustache, bro, for real. Okay, if y'all are just coming in, like the stream. Double tap, like the stream. Appreciate the likes, right? Double tap, like the stream. Appreciate it, right? Helps out, helps with the stream, helps the algorithm. I didn't really do anything for me personally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's not... It just... You know, not that you can't. I mean, do whatever you want to do. I just think repping a dumbbell bench or anything dumbbell related is just defeating the whole point. Laying rye raises for side delts. Are you talking like with the bench where you do them like this? Yeah, those are good. I like those. Now, have I done them in a while? No. But they are good. A tendency to atrophy. You lift flat on your back and raise the cables like a Y. Like that? Like if you're laying on the ground? Interesting. It's hard to do 1 rep max curl. It's quite an impressive goal for me is to curl 135 for reps. Like I said, I think it's up to the person. You know, if you do a 1 rep max and you're impressed by it, great. I just don't care much for a 1 rep max versus on a dumbbell. But whatever goals you have, what makes you happy, that's what matters. 185 for 10, 190 for 10? No. I just did 185 for 2 here. So. I've done 185 for more, but like I said, I'm more in a cut than I am a bulk right now. So, I'm just not going to be doing as much. A risk? None for the $2. Folks who curl on the squat rack, why? Okay, I have curled on the squat rack, but not with dumbbells. I only use I only use like this. But now that's only if the gym's empty, right? I won't do that if there's people waiting on the squat rack. I'll go over to a free weight place and just do it like that. But it is nice if you're doing a lot to be able to just rest it on the safety bars instead of having to, you know, do one of these, try and, you know, put it back down. None for the $2 though. What is a one? How would I even do that? I don't even know how I would do that. What's up, BB? What would I even do? Like this is 45 pounds. I'm kind of risk rolling that. Hurts though. The gym's empty. I'm doing those creative exercises so I won't be embarrassed. You know, we just, at the public gym I go to, like on occasion, I was there like this week. We just got one of those, like hip thrusting machines. Like, you know, like one of those. And I was like I kind of wanted to do it, but I also didn't. You roll up a bar, put a sand on the wrist curl it. I'm good. I feel like I just dislocate my wrist. Okay, let me add none to the. What are you working on today? Push day. I just did some bench. We're gonna do some tricep, but I've been yapping for a bit. We've all been yapping about maxes and steroids and. Like, I can tell y'all, my max deadlift is 395 pounds. Which, if you're looking for that in kilograms, is 180 kilograms. Imagine curling 225 dumbbells for 10 reps. That's kind of crazy. Now, understand, I have not lifted that much in a deadlift in like 2 years. I did do that at one point though, and that I think that's where I hurt my back. And so like I've done deadlifts since, but not that much. It just sucks because the deadlift is my favorite exercise. The deadlift's my favorite exercise. If you can lift it once, you can lift it twice. Well, that's what they say, right? If you can lift 135 pounds on the bench, if you can do 1 plate, then you can hit 4 plates, right? Participate in powerlifting comp? Hell no. Hell no. Not right now, at least. Maybe one day in the future, but no. I'm not a powerlifter. Leg press to 10 plates, not even going full range of motion. No. What the fuck is a kilogram? No, listen, right? It's one of those things where the leg press, people are like, oh, I did 800 pounds on the leg press, right? And I'm like, okay. So like, so I go watch them on the leg press. And then here's their range of motion. That's it. Like, you're not doing anything. You might as well leave them on the rack. You might as well not even take it off the rack. You might just leave it. Don't even undo the safeties. Just leave it there, right? In fact, just stand there and look at the weights. Just stand there, right? And just stare at the weights. That is going to be just as beneficial to you as doing your 800 pounds of leg press. Just that will, honestly, that might get you more benefit. I'm not a big fan of the leg press as it is. I don't mind. It's flexing a max on the leg press, I think, is just strange. I don't understand that. I don't understand, like, I understand having a max for yourself, like, for any machine. But having a max that you brag about on, like, the calf raise machine, I'm like, I don't care. Like, notice that all the exercises I named were all free weight exercises. I think that a free weight max is more impressive than, well, I can do 14 million pounds on the leg press at the gym. I tell you what, I can do, I put every plate in the gym on the leg press. Can you believe that? Yes, actually I can. Like, okay. Yo, chat. Chat, while there's 12 people here, how do we feel about the basement bro pop figure? I got a Chicago Bears hoodie on. I got the dumbbell in the left hand here. Got the blonde hair going on with the beard and the mustache. W. This is a gift from Hannah. Hannah gave me this for my birthday. Love your accent. Well, I'll tell you what. I can do that much on the bench press. Oh. W. Isn't pretty cool? The basement bro pop figure. My leg press is almost no relationship with my squat. I 100% agree. Like, your leg press is not going to improve your squat. I hate to say it. I hate to hit you with the cold water tonight, Chad. Thanks, babe. I hate to hit you with the cold water tonight. But your max leg press is not going to translate to your squat. I'll tell you what, honestly, if you want some benefit to a leg press, I recommend doing a single leg press. Now, don't do a lot of weight, but doing a single leg, I think, is more beneficial, personally. But either way, it's not going to translate to your squat. You're not hitting the same muscles that a squat is hitting. And even if you're hitting it to an extent, you're not getting the motion that you're getting with a squat, right? You're not getting like hip motion, anything. I use Smith machine for squats. Smith machine is underrated. I'll just talk about that. I think I like a Smith machine that isn't locked. At my gym, there's a Smith machine that it is locked to 2 bars, but you can move the bar back and forth, if that makes sense. Versus just, straight up and down. I don't like limiting range of motion. I think for your muscles, it's very important to have a good range of motion. Bulgarian split squat, very, very good. I hate them because they suck, but they're good. I do love hack squat. I like hack squat. I sometimes do hack squat with the bar, where I put the bar in the landmine and then put it on my shoulder and do them like that. I don't have a hack squat machine, so. I see those Smith machines with the moving thing. I would own one of those personally, because those things are nice. Because they move, and it's a lot easier to rack the weights. You can do, biceps, shoulder, whatever. I am kind of too tall for the one I go to, but yeah, what's a sissy squat? Benefits of leg press, takes all the pressure off your back, gets your legs jacked, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, which you're not wrong, but I think you're right. But it's not going to translate to, it's not gonna translate over to your squat, if that makes sense. Like, oh, I can do 600 pounds in leg press. That means I can do 600 pounds in the squat. Wrong. Yeah, I've never used a hack squat machine. I've always wanted to. But I think a hack squat is going to be significantly more beneficial to you than a leg press. 100%. I mean, the range of motion is itself. You know? Viking attachment on landmine, game changer. What I have for mine is a tennis ball. I don't know where Ronald rolled off to, but he's somewhere around here. Oh, there he is. Wait. I put this on the end of my squat, or on the end of my bar, like. And then you can just put that in the corner of your stairs or whatever and just, hack squat. Hack squat's better than leg press? I think overall, absolutely. I don't... Listen. From the great Tom Platz, right? The squat rack is the best way... I don't know if he said this exactly, but the squat rack is everything. The squat rack is everything. That is how you're going to build everything. That is your front squat, your back squat, you can do RDLs, whatever. The squat rack, he always said you should genuflect before going in the squat rack because you should respect it, right? Like, the squat rack's everything. Hip adductor is kind of a filler lift for me. You just use it to stretch my hammies. I like doing those. I know a lot of people are like, "Ooh, don't do, you shouldn't do that," or they sit there and worry about being judged. I don't. I just do them. I think they are really good for the inner part of your quads. Viking attachment goes on the end of your hands. Gotcha. Okay. We name this Ronald, and I use him. It helps not destroy my stairs whenever I do hack squats. Mr. Lippy Adorian use leg presses was speaking with Tom Platz. Hey, like I said, I'm not dissing the leg press completely. Do I personally think it's stupid to have a max on it and brag about it? Yes. But I think it is very effective if you use it properly. But a lot of people don't. And a lot of people try to compare it to a squat max, and you can't. You just can't. That's not how it works. Just don't work like that, Chad. Don't move. See the hamstrings, overlaid and down hammies. If you lean forward, you get deep shots. I just like RDLs for my hamstrings. Because every time I do RDLs, the next day I wake up sore. Every time. You can't compare them, agreed? Exactly. You can't compare them. I'm not saying it's not effective, but you cannot compare them. You can't say that your leg press max is going to translate to your squat max. Hey, what's up, Giraffe? Man, we're getting everyone in tonight. What's the speaker? This is an Ion. They call it. It's a PA technically. It's got like a. Like you can put it on this if you want to. Like it sits up, but. Peak, I was just talking about Peak at the beginning of the stream. I was saying how we tried to play Peak on stream. That was a disaster. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to run Peak. My PC cannot handle playing Peak and streaming at the same time. It just, I have everything on the lowest setting. I have everything turned off, but it's just a disaster. My PC, it's this, right? The laptop I use, right? It is just a disaster. When I'm not streaming, game's fine. Game's fine. Game runs smoothly. It's fine. Game's great, right? When I am trying to stream it, it's a problem. But it's a fun game, though. I posted Norse lunging farmer carries. Great for full body and builds. Very practical muscle. You talk about like these. Take care, Dragon. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can say it's not running at peak performance. All right, you're banned. Mods ban that guy. Not playing. I'm playing. Now, Giraffe, if you want the neck extended, by all means, you know what you got to do. It has the funniest moments since Lethal Company first got popular. I think that, and also Repo had a lot of good moments too. I also liked Content Warning. I thought Content Warning was fun. Like those kinds of games, you know, like the ones that get popular for like 2 weeks, and all the big streamers play them, and then it just dies out completely and no one ever plays it again. Yeah. I think we need another Lady Gaga song, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. We need another Lady Gaga song. And I know what's gonna be. Among Us. You know, Among Us honestly had a much longer lifespan than like the games we have right now. Like the chat proximity, multiplayer stuff. I think it had a longer lifespan. I can't believe this album came out in 2009 and it still holds up like crazy. So good. Rivals is keeping plenty of momentum, 100%. And I'm still hooked on it. Now, I've hit Grandmaster 2, and I don't think I'm gonna play more comp because the next season the season reset happens in like 5 days. So I'm like, I'm just gonna probably just let it sit in comp. But I think people talk about like, oh, it's dying, the game's dying. It's just getting its player base. That's all it's doing, right? It's just it's just leveling out. Its dying phase is significantly higher than a lot of other popular games right now. So they updated so much I didn't know how to exist in the game. Talk about Rivals. Or what game are you talking about, Giraffe? Don't call my name, don't call my name. Alright, I'm done. Amogus? Fair. I got you. What's going on? Yeah, no, they did update Amogus a lot. Okay, I'll queue it up. Because you've been here like the whole stream. So I'll queue it up. Hang on. Left behind by the plot in you? Is that what it was? No, the pilot in you. No, is it pilot or plot? Because I found one left behind by the plot in you. Plot? Okay. I got it. How do I tell my friend that his girlfriend's cheating with her ex? You tell him that his girlfriend's cheating with her ex. You just tell him. No, you're good. I got it queued. Don't call my name, don't call my name. Yeah, if you got proof, directly. Now, I am not, listen, I'm going to say this right now. I am not going into another 30-minute relationship discussion tonight. We did that the other night and it was not fun. I am not your couples counselor, okay? Tell them that's happening. Give them the proof. That's all I have to say. We're moving on. Add to your gym playlist, chat. We'll see. We'll see. I'll go ahead and play it now. I'll skip the Lady Gaga for you. We'll see how it feels. All right. I got married to my dad. That's a problem. That might be a problem. I don't know what to tell you. Any advice? GG, good luck. GG, you might be cooked. Basement counseling. Yeah, I'm not doing basement counseling tonight. Like, I did that one night where someone was asking me about cheating or what. Excuse me? Excuse me, Micro? Speaking of Micro, someone asked about you earlier. I don't remember who, but someone asked where you were. There you are. It might have been Aiden. Basement Love Island. Yeah, for real. You know me, chat. I'm an expert on relationships. I'm an expert. It was me that started last time. That's what I'm saying. I know. And so that's why I'm saying, take care of that shit yourself. I don't. The Rizzler. Yeah, I ain't going down that rabbit hole tonight. Oh, you can't say Riz, although I like the chat. But I remember people used to come in and say Riz all the time when I first started streaming. What's up, Amir? Chat is cooking. Yeah, we're cooking tonight. I mean, we're almost up to 18 likes, so make sure you like the stream if you haven't already, right? Double tap, like the stream. You donate, get your name on the board, as usual. Super chat, right? Yeah, you could say that one, Riz. He's an expert on our relationship. I try. I am no relationship expert. Okay. When it comes to other people, you just gotta figure your shit out, man. Everyone's different, right? That goes with lifting too. Just figure it out. What about Sigma? I think Sigma's banned too. You might get timed out for 5 seconds. I don't know though. I think maybe because you put the emoji right after it, it might not. I did not have a potato today. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I said in chat, I didn't eat a lot today, okay? I slept a lot today. That's what I did. That's my current problem. No, it's not, actually. No, it's not. I just took a day to sleep. I wanted to catch up on some sleep. That's all. How do I hug to love my life council? His mustache arc? Yeah. Yeah, you can thank Hannah for that one. She said if I did a mustache, I would look like Benson Boone. So I tried it. I don't think I look like Benson Boone. And so I was like, I'm just going to shave the stash and then call it a day, right? After we checked. And then I just decided not to shave the stash. But some people seem to like it, so I'm like, maybe I'll just leave it. Excuse me? What do I want to play now? No, chat, what do you think about Pop Out? Yeah! Swamp is out! I can't come to the party. I might come to search you. The firefighter stash? What? What are you yapping about? What do you mean firefighter stash? What do you think of the song? It wasn't too bad. I didn't mind it. You know, I've had a lot of bad recommendations in my chat. That one was not bad. How about that? I'll give you that. It wasn't too bad. Man, listen. Who's gonna carry the hose and the axle? Listen, chat. Listen. When I first started streaming, Hannah might have been here for this. When I first started streaming, there was this guy who was like, "Please, dude, please listen to this song. Please, for the love of God, please listen to this song." Like, he was begging. And I said, okay. I'll listen to it, right? Fine. He would stop. And I was like, okay. And it was like some SoundCloud rapper, and it was terrible. It was one of the worst pieces of music I think I've ever heard. And I was like, you gotta be kidding. And since then, I have been very hesitant on music recommendations. Do you think Caleb Williams is the QB of the future? Absolutely. My full trust is in Caleb. God, I hope so, because we need it. We got a couple good picks in the draft this year, so. Favorite music genre? At the moment, it's probably rap, but overall it's metal. I listen to the most, right now, the most I listen to is rap, but I listen to a lot of rap and metal, so I would just say probably between those two. But I listen to rap, metal, alternative, hip-hop, pop, and rock, so. Hey, that's a good song, Max. Any punk bands? I mean, most punk. What do you define as punk? Well, I said alternative, which includes Driver era. Thoughts on Metallica? Okay, Dragon. We all know what we think on Metallica. Favorite band, right? Favorite artist. Story so far. I know stories so far, but I don't listen to them, like, actively. I gotta skip Tyler the Creator. We all know what happens when I play Tyler the Creator on stream. It gets shut down. Well, Metallica's my favorite band. For anyone who's new, right? I did stream at the Metallica concert for like 30 minutes when I was sitting in my seat before the show started. I went both nights. I went 2 nights to the Metallica concert. 2 of the greatest experiences of my life, actually. Insane. People hit me with the name 3 songs of Metallica, and I'm like, name an album, right? Name the album. Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Injustice for All, Master of Puppets, Metallica, the self-titled The Black Album, Load, Reload, Garage Incorporated, S&M 2, Death Magnetic, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, 72 Seasons. You know, name your, say it in anger. Name your album. I got you. Right. Or we can get into some deep cuts if you want, like the Presidio album, or Beyond Magnetic, right? And you're like, what are you talking about? Basement Bro just yacked. He also streamed inside Niagara Falls. Yes, I did. Take care, Dragon. Hope you're doing well. Metallica's must on the gym playlist. Of course Metallica's on my gym playlist. I don't really have a dedicated gym playlist. Well, okay, that's not true. I do have a workout playlist, but I don't listen to it a lot. I just go to my like songs, but I do have a dedicated running playlist. And it's just like songs that hype me up. Straight yapping. Yeah, that's what I do. I've done not a lot of lifting in the almost hour and a half that I've been streaming. I've just been yapping. Straight up yapping. Make sure you like stream if you haven't already, because I think we're at 20 likes. So, you know. Like the stream. Final warning. The Offspring, Weezer, not a problem with either of those. Let's play Listen, chat. I'm gonna play y'all one of my metal songs that I listened to a lot recently. I might be able to get the hair going. Get ready. Metric, how we doing? You missed Bloody Mary, man. I'm sorry. I love Knock Loose. I'm sorry. The worst job I've ever had? 20 likes, hell yeah, hell yeah. I had Tiger's great. Worst job I've ever had. Streaming. I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is the best job I've ever had, actually. Job. I consider it a job. I had to file my taxes, chat. I had to file my taxes as Basin, bro. It's a job. I worked at Chick-fil-A for 6 months, and that was a really difficult time. The people there, great people. The people I worked with, great people. The people, or the job itself, awful. I still blame some of my back pain from working there, and I worked there in 2020. I had a night at, because just nonstop, yeah. That was the big thing, like, you know, you work at somewhere like Burger King, right? Or you work at, like, your local Dairy Queen, right? Not that it isn't hard, because any fast food job, GG, right? But Chick-fil-A was all day. There was no lunch rush. There was no, you know, whatever. Yes, there were more people at lunch, but it was constant. It was constant. All the time. There were no breaks. There was nothing, right? Having to say my pleasure 1,000 times. The funny thing is, you know, I don't know, I didn't sign an NDA, so I'm going to say this. I was never told that I had to say my pleasure when I worked there. It was just recommended. I don't know if it's like one of those things where you just, I mean, I did it anyway because I worked there. But no one ever said, you have to say this. That was never, no one ever said, like, you have to say my pleasure. I think it's just become like a culture thing working there. But yeah, it was nonstop. But in all honesty, I worked back of house, right? Draft for the 10 for your back pain. Appreciate it, man. Listen. I worked back of house, right? I'm gonna increase the neck in just a second. I worked back of house. And we would do chicken dishes every night, right? Now apparently, I talked to some people who work there now. Now apparently they have a machine that does this shit. But there was a person who would always be, he or she would do the floors, the chicken dishes, and then there's a couple other things. Move the machines, and you would close early, right? And the chicken dishes were like, you put the chicken dishes in a mop sink, and you spray them until all the raw chicken comes off. I would come home at night with raw chicken in my shoes. In my shoes. Chad, in my shoes, in the soles of my shoes. My pants would be soaking wet, raw chicken in my shoes, right? Disgusting. I did that at least twice a week because I worked there 3 days a week, and 2 of the days I worked there. Free protein, true. Extend the neck, I will. Give me just a second. 2 of the 3 days I'd be doing that job. And let me tell you, this position, pause. This position where you're spraying like this for like 20 minutes is not good on your back, right? So, like there was a night, I had one of my coworkers give me a back brace because I couldn't breathe. Like I was struggling to breathe because of the back pain. They didn't care. They just threw me on the chicken dishes anyway. Who cares, right? Dub. Okay, let me extend the neck real quick. Can't play that. I mean, let's get some Limp Bizkit going. How about that? Can't play Tyler, the Creator. Get my stream shut off. All right. Okay. Make energy drinks stand like that for 6 hours straight. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. That wasn't the, what's up, AJ? That wasn't the only thing I was doing, you know? Before I did that, I was standing there making fries. I'm glad everyone likes this song. I love this song, Chad. I burned myself on a heat lamp working at Regal Eagle. I burned myself on a oil machine where you put the peanut oil in. That's why I burned myself on. That shit. That was fun. But yeah, Dub. What was I gonna say? W Cat. Hello, Cat. Okay, so I made the executive decision on the draft, by the way, that his head is just too big, pause, that it's just starting to grow out of the board. So his ears kind of cut off, but the neck is extended. Yeah, we can play break stuff though. Sam Eagle's trick boss, I bet. Everybody sucks. Ripping someone's head off. It's just one of those days. Yo, take care, Max. It's good to talk to you. Hope you're doing well, man. Get some good sleep. Freight train. Because I'm fucking up your program. It's just one of those days.
I think you better quit. Or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
Take care, Micro.
So come and get it. Like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. 'Cause right now I'm dangerous. Been treated like shit. Break something tonight. Give me something to break. Just give me something to break. What? 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 Just come and get it. Bullshit. I think you gotta quit letting shit slip. Or you'll be leaving with a fat lip. I think you gotta quit talking that shit, punk. So come and get it.
Oh, we already heard Rowan. What else we got out here? We already heard Tokyo Drifting, but we'll play it again. Why not? We'll end the stream on Tokyo Drifting. That's why I did it, man. Bump's not looking too bad today. You know it, though. Triceps looking pretty good. Here it comes.
it on the floor. Ain't nothing that I won't. You let me go. You still got it all right. We might call it there. We'll call it there. Okay. W stream, W chat. Appreciate all the support today. We had 21 likes today. It's a dub. Appreciate it. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the new subs. Just the viewership was pretty high today, so I appreciate that. Might be live tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, but you know, if you're not already part of the Discord, join the Discord. Drop it in. Click on that link. There's also a link in my bio. You get notified whenever I go live. But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it there tonight. Everyone have a good rest of your night. Be safe, don't do anything stupid. Happy lifting. Have a good day tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you all soon. Peace out, y'all.